Welcome to Psychic Cowgirl Radio with Shannon Lackman. Practical, insightful conversations to empower and inspire you on your personal journey. From her cattle ranch in Alberta, this sassy psychic cowgirl uses her connections to universal energies to guide you to greater awareness and wisdom.
Good morning. My voice is probably a little bumpy because I haven't talked a lot this morning, which is kind of entertaining because I'm going to talk about the throat chakra. Where am I? There I go. My throat chakra has been, a little active lately. I've woken up with no voice a couple of times in the last couple of weeks. So that's been interesting. And, of course, there is things I would like to say to some people, but I don't feel like it's the right time yet. So we'll just leave that where it is. But so it is interesting how powerful and busy our throat chakra is. The strengths that live here are faith, self-knowledge, personal authority, and the ability to keep one's word. Lying violates our body and spirit. And that energy lives in our throat chakra. Faith in our ability to make decisions lives in our throat chakra. Confession. And surrender personal will to divine will. Kind of getting out of our very, very, very protective ego and, not being authentic, which is overused, but not being connected to your soul or connected to your spirit. I have a cat that's yelling at me right now. Apparently he needs to use his throat chakra. You want outside, buddy? It is raining here this morning pretty hard, so I'm not convinced he actually does want out. He just did some acrobatics, which was totally entertaining. Okay, buddy, go if you're going. I guess he did want out this morning. So our throat chakra has a lot going on, and I think that sometimes we have stuff going on there, and it's maybe to encourage our awareness on what we're doing, what we're thinking, what we're feeling. The physical areas for our throat chakra are mouth, teeth, gums, trachea, larynx, cervical vertebrae, thyroid, parathyroid. It shares shoulders, arms, hands, and esophagus with the fourth chakra. Now, this is the fifth chakra, so it shares that with your heart chakra. Energetic diseases that can be here, over and under active thyroid, throat, gum, or tooth problems, TMJ, voice problems, scoliosis. It's kind of interesting, our throat chakra. I feel like sometimes it doesn't get as much attention or understanding, but when you think about how often you have throat issues or something going on in your throat, it makes sense. So some journaling questions for working with your throat chakra. What does a strong will mean to you? List people who control your will. List those you control and why. How often do you express yourself honestly? How do you sense divine guidance or will? How much do you trust guidance that does not guarantee an outcome? That one's big. List your fears concerning divine guidance. How do you pray for divine guidance? Can you say, thy will be done, and believe it? Interesting, right? So here's an affirmation we can use for our throat chakra. Help us to develop responsibility. May universal truth impregnate causal action so that the voice of humanity may find true harmony with the voice of the earth. So how do you ground yourself? Being outside, right? That's my easiest grounding, plus the chakra balancing, plus just visualizing or imagining thick roots growing out the bottom of my feet. The voice of the earth in that affirmation reminded me of that. Those of us that have a strong connection to nature and we use that in our grounding, I want you to pay attention to when your throat chakra feels out of balance and what you can do to bring it back into balance. Because it's an interesting, it's interesting how much energy lives here that we use every day and that we may or may not just kind of, oh well, right? Because sometimes speaking what we want to speak is not easy, right? So the heart chakra is a meeting and blending place for the energies which flow down from the crown and up from the root, while the throat chakra is a gateway, which I think is important for us to know. So the sevenfold chakra system is subdivided into two interacting groups, and the throat is a member of both. As one of the five lower chakras, it is related to an element, in a sense, and a developmental age. As the first of the three upper chakras, it is concerned with transpersonal expression and the connections to higher self, spirit, and soul. Our throat chakra has a lot going on. It's kind of important. When the three upper chakras are open and developed, an increasing sense of the need to serve humanity without living in isolation is often experienced. Service to the collective becomes a necessary and intrinsic part of the self-growth and awareness. Now, you know what else is going on right now? Patterns. Looking at our patterns being revealed, a big sense of awareness with all of that, and it's also an opportunity to shift our patterns. It's really interesting right now, those pieces that are bubbling up, and we don't look at it as good or bad. We look at it as information and an opportunity to create change or to create more self-awareness or to say, that is cool. I like that I do that. Because sometimes we're pretty hard on ourselves, and it's not all negative. Some of it's pretty cool. So one needs to find one's voice and to be heard literally and metaphorically, and that lives in our throat chakra. At the higher level, expression is concerned with connections to one's spiritual qualities. There is a need to be uncompromisingly true to self, to the extent of questioning or re-questioning all previous expectations of self and others. Again, go back to looking at our patterns and the belief systems that may be with those patterns, why we do what we do. Responsibility lives in the throat chakra, which is interesting. This is, first of all, about taking charge of one's life, becoming adult, going through the rite of passage of coming of age, and all the issues connected with these. At the second stage, it is concerned with responding to and interpreting the requirements of a divine or higher purpose. Vocation is a calling which is heard. Responsibility at the second level is about hearing that calling and responding to it with conviction. What is your soul calling you to do? And it doesn't have to be grand and elaborate. it can be simple, elegant, and beautiful. And if you're wondering, book a soul session with me and we'll figure it out. Communication energies live here. Every moment of every day and night, highly complex communications are taking place in our physical bodies. This is so from the moment of conception to the moment of death. Each body part is dependent upon another, though we may only become aware of the existence of this interdependent communication system within us when there is a minor or major breakdown. That's true, right? We don't notice until there's an issue. And so that's why we balance and cleanse our chakras, weekly, if you listen to this podcast, as much as I try to. But don't forget, I do have one that is just the chakra balancing. Because we can get caught up in the day-to-day, right? We can get overwhelmed, overthink. Overthinking. We do that so much. We use communication to express ourselves in the world and to enable life, in another sense, to move on. It is required for the expression of ideas, the exchange of information, and for building up the data which helps us in the endeavor to understand the world in which we live. So true, right? All this energy is in our throat chakra. So, other thing that lives here is universal truth. Now, at the first level, this keyword connects the throat chakra to law and order. The normally functioning human being needs to have a sense of moral rightness. Collectively formed laws derive partly from this drive and its recognition. Individually, we strive for integrity and function best when we refuse to make negative compromises. At the second level, universal truth is concerned with the search for understanding of divine law or the archetypes of higher qualities. It is the search in which the questions, what is beauty, peace, justice, wisdom, all those big existential questions are pertinent and challenging. So, as you're realizing, the throat chakra is quite busy. No wonder it gets messed up more often than we may, now we may understand why. There's a lot going on there. This is where your integrity can live. And again, if you're lying, you're violating your body and spirit. And if you're not living in your integrity, you need to find a way to release that energy. Maybe journal, write a letter to somebody, and then destroy it. Have that conversation if it feels like it would help. See, that one is messy. There is some conversations I would like to have, but I don't feel like the other person is ready to listen with honesty and openness. I think they would get super defensive, and it would not go well. And so that is an individual case by case, right? So if you're feeling like this morning, my throat chakra is a little thick, so I'm going to wear blue. I need to keep an eye on the time. Lapis lazuli blue. Carry a sodalite. Turquoises and aquamarines are good for this. Turquoise is also to help you stay on your horse. Silver is strengthening to the throat chakra and should always be visualized when throat infections occur. Oh, I like that. What else do we have? Some other journal questions. How do I hear the world, and how does the world hear me? Mantras, chants, affirmations, singing. Singing helps our throat chakra. Here is a mantra that you can use. Peace within, abide with me, be still and know. At one, light from the source, be still my heart. One day we shall be one. Nice. Okay, I need to just double check my notes, anything I've missed. The throat chakra has a lot going on, right? Journaling, I find, is one of the best ways to get out energy that might be stuck in your throat chakra. Okay, so let's get ready to do our guided imagery chakra balancing. Take a nice breath in. And we're going to set the intention to give extra energy to our throat chakra. Give it a little extra attention and cleansing and balancing when we do this. And let's go ahead and start our meditation.
As you become aware of your breathing, just notice it for a few moments. Take these moments to appreciate your breath. Then, let's take 3 big deep breaths as deeply as you can. As you begin to release and let go. These are the breaths that signal it's time to go within. As your normal, natural breathing begins to occur, allow the sense of imagining a gentle, warm, balmy breeze as it wafts around your body, around your head, neck, and shoulders. And as with every breath, as this breeze continues to move gently around your body, you gently and easily begin to release and let go, becoming more and more comfortable with every breath. Across the upper back, circling around through your chest, a warm and nurturing feeling as this breeze continues to comfort you. Down both arms, hands, and fingers as you release and let go. Just letting go now. And with every breath you take, you may begin to wonder, are you breathing the breeze, or is the breeze breathing you? With every breath, the breeze continues, circling around through your mid-back and around through your solar plexus. Every breath taking you deeper and deeper into relaxation and comfort. This gentle sensation of the warm, balmy breeze as it continues around through the lower back and circling around through your abs, release and letting go. Becoming more and more comfortable with every breath. The breeze continues moving around your body, around your thighs, knees, calves, ankles, and around through your feet. Now, and with every breath becoming completely and thoroughly comfortable, calm, and at ease. So that now, at 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, deeply, deeply relaxed, deeply relaxed. Begin to notice your connection to the earth and earth energy. Allow it to stabilize and ground you. Also, notice your connection to the energy of the universe. Allow yourself to open and receive the light. Imagine that light coming from above in a tunnel-like, cone-like light of pure positive energy. A stream that flows down through you, flowing within you and all around you. Imagine that this light cleanses and clears, taking away all old energy, like washing away dust, dirt, and debris, releasing all that is no longer needed or wanted. Moving it right out of the body and mind, letting all the old, the past, and the blocks, the stoppages, go. Cleanse and clear, cleanse and clear. Let it all go. Once and for all, let it all go. Now, bring your attention to the base of your spine and the lower pelvis. Notice this area as your first chakra. Like a light ball of energy, and the color of this light is red. This chakra represents survival, physical health, sexuality, and security. Notice how you feel in this part of your body, maintaining a steady flow of breathing as you bring to this chakra the energy of the earth, the energy of the universe, cleaning and releasing any tension. This first chakra is associated with the quality of stability. Remember how you feel in your body when you are stable. Imagine the sensations around being connected to the feeling of stability. How do you visualize stability? Let yourself be absorbed in the feeling of stability. Imagine your first chakra simply absorbing the quality and energies of stability. Focus on this first chakra. Ask the light to send stability to your first chakra. Imagine yourself projecting stability and expressing stability in the world. Visualize yourself in perfect health, balanced, with a sense of well-being. Imagine yourself in complete comfort with your sexuality, at ease in your life, and secure. I'm just going to give you about a minute to soak in this energy. Nice. I'm energetically supporting you through this whole process. Now let's go to our second chakra. Focus on the area of your abdomen. Sense the light ball of energy that is orange. Notice how you feel in this part of your body. This is the area of your body where sensuality, moods, and emotions are managed by the energy of the second chakra. Maintain a steady flow of breathing as you bring the energy of the earth and the energy of the universe to this area of your body. Cleanse and clear, release and clear, filling the chakra with the vibrancy of the color orange. The second chakra is associated with the quality spontaneity. Remember how you feel when you are spontaneous. How do you imagine spontaneity? Imagine the sensations around being connected to the feeling of being spontaneous. Focus again on your second chakra. Let yourself be absorbed in this feeling of spontaneity. Ask the light to send the quality of spontaneity to your second chakra, and imagine projecting that spontaneity energy into the world as you imagine yourself free, playful, at ease, and natural. I'm just going to give you a minute to absorb all that energy and then project it out for yourself. Don't overthink. Feel what you feel, see what you see, hear what you hear, know what you know. There's no way to do this wrong, and I'm supporting you all the way. Excellent. Okay, now let's move up to our third chakra. As you begin to focus on your solar plexus, the diaphragm, this is your third chakra, where you direct upon and determine your environment. You take charge and create. The color of this light ball of energy is yellow. Notice how you feel in this part of your body. Maintain a steady flow of breathing as you bring the energy of the earth and the universe to this area of your body. Cleanse and clear. Release any tension. Fill the third chakra with the vibrancy of the color yellow. This third chakra is associated with your power. What do you sense about your own power? Imagine the sensations of creatively expressing your power in the world. Let the feeling of your own power be absorbed and feel your power direct your life with confidence, the way you want it to be. Your third chakra now absorbs the fullness of your power. Feel it, know it, be it. Nice. Now let's move up to your fourth chakra. As you turn your attention to your chest area, you may notice that this light ball of energy is green. This is your fourth chakra, which represents love, compassion, and wisdom. Notice how you feel in your chest area. Maintain your steady flow of breathing as you bring the energy of the earth and the universe to this part of your body. Feel what you feel. Know what you know. You got this. Cleanse and clear. No way to do this wrong. Release any tension. Fill the fourth chakra with the vibrancy of the color green. This fourth chakra is associated with the quality of joy. Imagine the sensations around being connected to joy. Where do you notice joy in your life, and how do you express it in the world? Let this feeling of joy fill you. Be open to receiving this energy, and see yourself easily and effortlessly giving and receiving joy. Be aware of the value of yourself, full of love and wisdom. Ask the light to send joy to the fourth chakra and become aware of the fourth chakra's deep well-being, filled with love, being filled with joy. This soak in that energy right now. I'll give you a few moments. Excellent. Now, let's go to our fifth chakra. As you turn your attention next to your throat area, notice the light ball of energy that is blue. This is your fifth chakra, representing your communication abilities with others. Notice how you feel in this area of your throat. Maintain a steady flow of breathing as you bring the energy of the earth and the universe to this part of your body. Cleanse and clear, releasing any tension. Fill your fifth chakra with the vibrancy of the color blue. Soak that in. The fifth chakra's quality is authenticity. Imagine the sensations flowing through you associated with authenticity. Where do you notice authenticity in your life? How do you express it in the world? Let the feeling of being authentic fill you. Imagine yourself communicating easily, effortlessly, and effectively. As the fifth chakra becomes filled with the radiant light of authenticity, free-flowing and clear. Soak this in. I'll give you a few moments to really feel this energy. You got this. Soaking that in. Nice. Now, let's move up to our sixth chakra. Move your concentration to the top of the vertebral column, right inside your head. This is the sixth chakra, which oversees your mind, your imagination, and your ability to see with clarity and perspective. This one's about your inner knowing. Become aware of the light ball of energy that is purple. Notice how you feel in this area of your body. Maintain a steady flow of your breathing as you bring the light energy of the universe and the energy of the earth to this part of your body. Cleanse and clear. Release any tension. Fill the sixth chakra with the vibrancy of the color purple. The quality of this sixth chakra is certainty. Imagine the sensations of certainty flowing through you. Where do you notice certainty in your life? How do you express certainty in your world? Allow this feeling of being certain to fill you. Imagine yourself clear, without confusion, no hesitation, and acknowledge yourself as someone who knows what they know, with clear vision, feeling, inner knowing. Someone who is able to create with imagination and go forward in your life, creating with certainty and confidence. Let the vibrancy of the color purple be brilliant in your sixth chakra. Ask the light to send certainty to your sixth chakra. And I'm going to give you a few moments just to soak in that energy completely and easily. Now, bring your attention and concentration to the area right over the top of your head. This is the 7th chakra, and it allows for your spiritual energy, your spiritual being. The color is white. And this is the chakra that connects you with the universe. Notice how you feel in this area. Maintain a steady flow of breathing as you bring the light energy of the universe through this area, cleanse and clear, release any tension. Release any feelings of separation and solitude. Fill this 7th chakra with this pure white light. And let this light ball of energy grow in intensity. Feel what you feel. The quality of this 7th chakra is communion. How do you express communion in the world? Where do you notice communion in your life? As you feel the chakra, let it nourish your spiritual self. Get in touch with belonging here on earth, your purpose, your knowingness, and your pure intuition. Ask the white light to send the quality of communion to your 7th chakra and enjoy the harmony of trusting yourself. And once again now, focus on your heart. You can put your hands on your heart and accept with love that you are now fully attuned and aligned. You are fully attuned and aligned, feeling safe, feeling confident, feeling connected to your inner wisdom. And now, I'd like you to visualize or imagine yourself at the top of your staircase, that symbolic staircase, with all the chakras balanced and cleansed and cleared, as we deepen and reinforce, beginning with your left foot. Visualize or imagine going down those beautiful, safe, secure steps. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, feeling safe, feeling secure, feeling confident. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Feeling strong, feeling empowered. Any and all negatives have long ago dissipated. As you enter this positive domain, you can sense your energy has been purified, your chakras have been enhanced on all levels of mind and body activity. Everything is working together now for your positive benefit and forward movement in your life. Feel what you feel, know what you know, see what you see, hear what you hear. You got this. You are cleansed, you are cleared. You will go forward with confidence, clarity, security, empowerment, communion, and love. As we come up and out of this journey for today, with everything reinforced, and you're feeling cleansed, purified, and ready for your day. I'm going to count from 0 to 5 as we come up and out. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Eyes open, wide awake. Say your first name out loud if you need to. Eyes open, wide awake. Say your first name out loud.
How did that feel? Notice that my voice is stronger now after our chakra cleanse and balance. I love that so much. All right. Well, I'm going to send you all a big blessing for the rest of the week and next week until we are back again. Check out the energy clearing on my Psychic Cowgirl Facebook page or Instagram and sign up if you feel so inclined. And big hugs. Bye.
You have been listening to Psychic Cowgirl Radio with Shannon Lackman. Practical, insightful conversations to empower you on your personal journey. To connect with Shannon directly, visit psychiccowgirl.com. That's PSYCHICCOWGIRL.com.